What it do, YouTube? What's up? This is Aisha the Goddess. This is my channel, Urban Awakenings. I am a ghetto spiritualist, contemporary urban seer, if you will. I want to make this video talk about something that happened to me recently, and it was a not an easy thing to go through. I often talk about controlling emotions and not feeding into negative emotions. And in my last video, I was talking about the ability to rewire your brain and rewire your thought processes if you practice conscious thinking, meaning paying attention to what you're thinking. Okay? But here's the thing, I can talk all the shit in the world about living consciously, living spiritually, living a positive life. I'm not necessarily a big advocate for positivity. I am, but I am more of an advocate for balance. I am more like go along with Buddha's version. I do my own little ghetto version of the middle way, everything in moderation, not too extreme over here, not too extreme over here. I think that, too much of anything is a bad thing. There are people who disagree with me. There are people who think that being spiritual, you should only focus on the positive and you should ignore the negative. And yes, to an extent, they're right. I don't watch the news because I don't want to engage my brain in a negative situation like the news. I don't want to feed that into myself, because you become what you are influenced by. However, there are parts of you that are negatively naturally. I do not deny that. I deal with that part of me. I embrace that part of me and I accept that part of me, okay? So, my daughter was getting bullied. And for those of you who don't know me, or for those of you who have not had a personal background of me in a long, long time, there are some of you who remember my YouTube videos when I was pregnant with the twins 7 years ago. The twins will be 8 on New Year's Eve. So I've been doing this on this channel for a long time. And I do it because I like it, okay? But I have 6 children. My oldest is 21, girl, 17-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl, and 7-year-old twin girls. My children are like me. They're very spiritual. They're very analytical. They're very thoughtful, insightful, aggressive. They're pistols. They're firecrackers. They're funny. They don't start shit, but they gonna end the shit. You feel me? They little urban, they a little ratchet, classy, like they mama, But my one baby, she is so sweet, and she is so kind and so gentle, and she's very quiet. And she'll turn up with us sometimes. But a lot of times we be turning up, all of us are loud. She's very soft spoken. And I used to tell her, girl, you better get a whistle around this motherfucker. Because my that's just how my house is. It's very loud. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of people. We talk over each other. We laughing. We loud. We talking shit. And she's just such a sweet, gentle, empathetic soul. So for me to find out she's being bullied, it bothered me. As a mother, I want to protect my children. And it bothers me when I can't. But I got to accept that. I got to deal. I'm not in school with her, She has to go to school. She has to learn how to live in this world. I'm going to tell y'all something. When my son was 6 years old, he was in first grade. He got jumped on. He went to public school in Chicago. I'm the type of mother, no, I did not go up to the school. I told my son, you catch each one of those little boys by themselves and you beat the dog shit out of them. Yep, sure did. Sure did tell my son that. And, the first week he said, I caught one of them and I grabbed his ass and I beat him up. Good boy. Second week, I caught the other one and I grabbed his ass and I beat him up. But it was like, I know I can't be there with you. These kids some of them are ignorant, and I'm not telling you to be ignorant, but I'm telling you to defend yourself. When my 21-year-old was 9 years old, she went to this public school on the east side of Chicago in a Mexican neighborhood. And my baby was so prissy and cute. It just been me and her for a long time. And even then it was just me and her. She wore all my little designer purses, my little baby fat Rockaware purses and stuff. She wore my purses to school. She had a cell phone. Because she walked home by herself. She was 9 with a cell phone. She's had a cell phone since she was 9 years old. Okay. I'm still paying the bill. But, she was getting a lot of hate. Girls jealous of her. They started fighting her. My daughter up until that point really hadn't fought. But once she realized she was kind of good at it, she was, come on, I'll fight any bitch. Bitches kept coming up to her. She kept whooping ass. I had to end up pulling her out of that school. She only went to that school for a year. But I've always told my children, you defend yourself. Now, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. My 12-year-old, she's the only kid that I had that one time she hit somebody and they didn't hit her first. Because they told her to shut up. I was like, you can't do that. You can't tell these people. You can't get mad and hit them because they told you to shut up. They can tell you whatever they want, as long as they don't touch you. This one girl wanted to fight her so bad, my daughter dragged the shit out of her. Dragged her. The girl mama got mad. If the girl hits my daughter, I'm going to tell her to defend herself. Which I told my little baby twin. This little boy hit you, you hit him back. She's so sweet. She don't even want to hit him back, So, come to find out, he cut her hair. He cut a plug out of my baby's hair. I got to take my baby's hair down last Sunday. Today is, what's today? Friday. And half of her braid is missing. And I'm thinking it's tucked under. So I'm trying to pull it down. And then I realized it's gone. I said, who cut your hair? This little boy cut her hair. Oh, no. I get on the phone. No. I'm emailing the teacher. I don't hear a response Monday morning. I'm calling the school. Talk to the teacher. Teacher says she'll take care of it. She gonna talk to the boy. Whatever the fuck she said. So, the way I feel about it is I try to go with the flow. So I'm letting the system do its thing. I'm letting the teacher do her thing. This is her classroom. I cannot decide how she should run her classroom. She runs her classroom the way she wants to, okay? I did say, move my child away from this little boy. She did do that. Great. Fast forward to yesterday. Every day, I always ask my daughter, did this little boy mess with you? She says, no, mommy, no, mommy, no, mommy. Yesterday, she said, well, actually, she did like this. Well, actually, I was sitting on the floor on carpet time and he stepped on my head. I'm like, what? On the inside. On the outside, I'm like, what? He stepped on your head? What do you mean? So she tell me on the inside, I want to fight. I want to fight a 7-year-old. Come on, little nigga. Pick on somebody your own size. Fucking with my daughter. I'm like, girl, I want to go get him, girl. I want to go get a belt. Put this little boy over my knee and beat the shit out of him. Little badass. So I'm like, okay, I got to go up to the school. This is the worst part, y'all. When I asked my daughter, did you tell the teacher? She said, I raised my hand to tell her, and the teacher said, no tattletelling. I said, oh, hell, the fuck no. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Because to me, you're shaming the bully. You're shaming the victim for being victimized. To tell her no tattletelling? This was not that type of situation. And even if it was, I don't agree with you telling her that somebody's messing with her and she can't tell the teacher. Who else is she supposed to tell? I understand the little 7-year-olds are petty, and I get that, a whole class of 7-year-olds is probably hard to deal with. But if you know that you have a problem child, that you have to look at the situation like according to who's doing it. This is when we're not aware of what's going on around us. If this little boy has a known pattern of bad behavior, why would you reprimand my child along with him? They had a thing. He took her eraser. She told me he took her eraser. She told the teacher, and the teacher just took the eraser from both of them when it was my child's eraser. So yeah, I go up to the school today. And see, here is the negative brain chatter thing, because I want to beat this little boy up and I want to kick this teacher's ass. Like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Not that one, not that child. Now the other children, I might, because I know they can defend themselves. But that child is very meek. She's very humble. She don't want to stir the pot. She doesn't like confrontation. I feel like, who's going to advocate for her but her mother. So yeah, I'm going to take my ass up to this school. I told, don't even worry about it. Mama going to school. I had to tell my daughter, don't be scared to tell me what's going on. And she told me she didn't tell me he cut her hair because she thought I would be mad at her because she let her hair get cut. Now, I talk a lot of shit, but I am an advocate for my children. I tell my children, and I tell them straight up, I have told them this. If somebody hits you, you hit them the fuck. No, this is exactly what I say. If somebody hits you, you beat the shit out of their ass. You wear their ass out. And if you get in trouble and get suspended, I will pick you up from school and take you to McDonald's for ice cream. That is what I've told my 21-year-old, my 17-year-old, my 16-year-old, and my 12-year-old, now my 7-year-olds. Because nobody has a right to lay their head. This is your body. God gave you this body. You have every right to defend yourself, okay? I told her this anyway before the little boy stepped on her head, but, she tried to do the diplomatic thing. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Y'all might say I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck. I tell my daughter, kick him in the nuts. He hit you, you stand up and you kick him, and she like his privates? Yes. Kick him in the nuts. He gonna learn to leave you alone one way or the other. And when he feels that pain when you kick him in the nuts, he ain't gonna bother you no more. So if you got to go to the extreme of inflicting pain on this boy to get this boy to leave you alone, that's what you do. And they giggled and they laughed and the twins just, no, I'm dead ass serious. Kick him in the nuts. So I go up to the school today. The teacher was not there. She is so lucky she wasn't there. Oh, Jesus. Help me, Lord. She lucky. But so I tell the people in the office, it was a situation in my daughter's classroom. They give me a slip to fill out. I fill out the slip. I give it back. She said, the principal is not here, but we'll get it to the assistant principal. Well, where's she at? Well, when she comes, she does rounds. Well, why we can't see her? Why I got to wait? So she's like, well, I told her. She said she'll call you. So I'm like, she said she's probably won't be free till around 12. So I said, well, I can come back at 12. So my daughter says, well, if we come back at 12, will we be able to meet with her? And the lady says, well, I don't know. And I say, well, what exactly is your protocol when a student has been assaulted? Her eyes got big. Oh, assaulted. Yes. This little boy stepped on my child's hair, and the week before he cut her hair. And yesterday he stepped on her head. And now I feel like she is in an unsafe environment. And I would like to talk to somebody. I don't want to leave here. Leaving my child in a potentially dangerous environment because of somebody else's schedule. Like, bitch, I don't give a damn what she doing. You better tell her, stop what she doing. Come see about me, or I'm going to see about y'all. Like, y'all know I'm crazy to the motherfucker. I'm crazy. I had an NAACP in this motherfucker. Y'all better stop playing with me. Have the news media. Yes, they turned a blind eye to bullying Mr. Such and such reporter, yes, they did. And my child has a lump in her head. Like, I'll go there. I'll take drastic measures for my children. I'm telling y'all the damn truth, especially when I feel like this is a little black boy. Okay, there are not that many black students in this school, and this is a little black boy. What y'all not finna do is brush it off because it's a little black boy and a little black girl. And I don't know if this is a racial color thing. It better not be. You're going to treat my children with dignity and respect, or I'm going to call your boss. And if I'm not satisfied, then I'm going to call his boss. Then if I'm not satisfied, I'm going to call his boss. And I'm going to bug the district superintendent so bad that everybody underneath y'all going to get fired by the time I finish, because I will go to that extreme for the safety of my children. Don't fuck with me. I'm crazy. Okay? Like, Cause the way I feel, this little boy assaulted my child. I can call the police. I can fill out a police report. And if they wouldn't have accommodated me to talk to somebody that was in charge, that was going to be my next plan of action, and I was going to tell the young lady, well, you might as well stay right here, because I'm about to call the police and file a police report against this child for touching my child. I guess I come from Illinois. You know, they don't play that. They don't play that fighting shit in Chicago because it's too many bad kids. They are zero tolerance. You will get suspended. They do not tolerate bullying, and that's what I'm used to. I'm used to rapid and swift justice. And you guys are treating it like my baby don't have a plug cut in the back of her head. So, I resolved it peacefully though. Y'all. I am not the same crazy bitch I used to be. I just have the potential to be the same crazy bitch. Like, don't let her out. Don't let her out. And see, here's the thing. With conscious thinking, I know when to take it out and know when to put it back. If that's what the situation calls for, if I have to go to that extreme to show y'all that I'm serious and I'm not playing, then I would do it. And it's not an anger issue. You know what I'm saying? This is what's necessary. Sometimes you have to act a fool because that's what the situation calls for, not because you're out of control and your emotions are not all over the place. Yeah, I don't like the situation, but I need to handle the situation. I had a situation where my ex-wife, we were at what's the name of that damn water park? Key Lime Cove. Okay, in Gurnee, Illinois. We were at this water park. And, she does not dress like a girl. She does not wear bathing suits. She wears a wife beater, a sports bra, and men's swimming trunks. That man told her that she had to get out of the pool because she was not appropriately dressed. And, I go, she like, what? I'm like, what? Okay, where's your boss at? So I go to his boss. Okay, the sign says you have to have on this, this, and that. You have to have on this, this, and that. Does not say which gender. Does not say women have to wear swimming suit and men have to wear swim trunks. Just says men have to wear swim trunks. So they're talking about protocol and this thing. And I did feel like it was a racial thing. I felt like this man did not like her because she was a black gay woman. Y'all, when I tell y'all I threatened to call Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition and the NAACP on this white management, by the time I got through with these people, they was like, oh, give her a free 3-day pass. Like, we are sorry. But it's like when I see some injustice with one of my loved ones, I am motherly. I'm a nurturer, but I'm also a protector. I am a lion. I'm a lioness. You fuck with one of my cubs, I'm going to rip your face off. It's just as simple as that. And that's just what happens when you fuck with a lioness. Bitch, you should have known what you was fucking with before you tried it. That's how I look at it. Well, your fault. You'll know next time, won't you? I had a situation with my son, and my son gets into a fight, right? The dude fights him. My son don't even hit back. The dude knocks my son down to the ground and bangs his head against the floor. My son ends up with a concussion. Do you know they suspended my son? And he didn't even hit them back because of the zero tolerance, because he was involved in the fight. And I went up to that school and went the fuck off. But not cursing out loud, not ignorant. But just to let you know, you're going to take that off of my son's record. That's what you're going to do. or I'm going to sue for all of his medical bills. I'm going to sue for negligence. I'm going to get a lawyer and sue for whatever I could think of. By the time I got through with that principal gave me his cell phone number. He said, look, if you need something, call me directly, text me directly. Don't even go through, because it was like, he said, you remind me of my baby mama. But y'all, so hopefully, the moral of the story is pray for my baby. Send some good love and light towards her. I really want her protected. I really want her happy. And I'm really glad that she is a happy child despite everything that she has been through in these couple of weeks at this new school. And I'm about to get out of here. The doors of the church is open. Check out urbanawakenings.org. Y'all, I do good, though. I did good. I was proud of myself. I didn't cuss. I didn't raise my voice. I was like, whew, growth, Jesus, yes. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all take care.